The PennDOT Mentor Protege program was initially designed as a remedy for the disparity identified in the 2018 PennDOT disparity study. Let's take a brief look at the findings that got us here. In 2018, a study was conducted by BBC Research and Consulting that found when all relevant prime contracts and subcontracts that PennDOT awarded during the study period were totaled, Black American-owned firms were found to have experienced underutilization, as represented by being the only group with the disparity indices of less than 100. Let's review Figure 7.2 from the 2018 PennDOT disparity study to get a better understanding of the disparity index. The line down the center of the chart shows a disparity index of 100, which represents parity between participation and availability. Disparity indices of less than 100 indicate disparities between participation and availability, i.e., underutilization. For reference, a line is also drawn at the index level of 80 because some courts use 80 as the threshold for what indicates substantial disparity. The PennDOT Mentor Protege program, while being open to all DBEs, was developed specifically to help underutilized DBEs gain qualifications and PennDOT project experience. This is a critical concept for all PennDOT Mentor Protege program stakeholders to understand as we set the proper expectation for participation in this program. It's also important to remember that the PennDOT Mentor Protege program does not replace the DBE program. We do, however, believe that we have learned and will continue to learn valuable lessons from the PennDOT Mentor Protege program about how to make the overall DBE program more equitable. A key takeaway from today's event should be that the MPP is just getting started, and it's not too late to participate as a protege or as a potential mentor. Thanks to PennDOT's proactive approach to implementing this program, we've been able to identify and remove various program barriers prior to the program's formal start. We will, however, need continued stakeholder participation and feedback to make this program a success. We are not pretending to have all of the answers today, but we believe by embracing the program's current flexibility that we can become more open-minded and thus more willing to implement innovative ideas and suggestions. The Commonwealth has a unique opportunity as Federal Highway watches to see if Pennsylvania can develop an effective mentor-protege program model for the heavy highway industry. Ultimately, the true effectiveness of the PennDOT Mentor Protege program will be determined by each individual mentor-protege relationship and the willingness of both mentors and proteges to cultivate new working relationships. For this reason, we ask that you remember the intent of the Mentor Protege program and that you consider stepping outside of the normal primes or subs that you work with on non-MPP PennDOT projects. Please be mindful that DBEs can also still participate on MPP projects without being utilized for the MPP provision. Question number 1. Am I eligible to be a protege? If so, how or where do I sign up? So part 1, who's eligible to be a protege? If you're a certified DBE with the Pennsylvania Unified Certification Program, or PAUCP, who's interested in doing business with PennDOT, then you're eligible to participate as a protege in the PennDOT Mentor Protege Program, or the MPP as we call it. We do, however, warn that mentors for the PennDOT Mentor Protege Program, or MPP, will have and will be seeking skill sets directly applicable to heavy highway construction, transportation engineering, planning, and/or environmental projects. If your firm is looking to perform ancillary or non-traditional service to PennDOT construction or engineering contracts, then prime mentoring may not be available for your firm. You may, however, just have a goal of becoming ready to do business with PennDOT through the Engineering and Construction Management System, ECMS, and gain a better understanding of how your firm can participate on PennDOT projects in general. These are MPP objectives that this program can help proteges achieve without being partnered with a mentor. Where do proteges sign up? Primary proteges, contractors, and consultants will start off by visiting mppsurvey.com and completing the online survey. A few tips. If you encounter a required field that you do not feel is applicable, simply enter NA or 0 in the field to continue. Scroll to the bottom of the page and select Continue and Save if you cannot complete the survey all at once. Save the survey link provided on that Save and Continue page to get back to your survey quickly. That link will also be sent to you via email once you hit Send Link on the Save and Continue page. Now, once you're actually done all of the questions in your questionnaire, upon completing the final question, when you hit Next, a review page will appear. You can either go back and update your answers after you've reviewed them on the review page, or you can hit Submit at this point. The act of completing the survey will either create a new ProRank Academy profile for an email address that's not already associated with a user on ProRank Academy, or it will convert that existing user to an MPP protege profile and add you to your respective mentor protege program rooms, or MPP rooms as we like to call them. In either scenario, you will receive emails from the system that will provide key program information, like your initial login credentials to access the mentor protege rooms on ProRank Academy or PRA, and information about your cohort, contractor or consultant, and your initial tier, 1, 2, or 3, and what your next step should be based on your cohort or initial tier. Number 2, am I eligible to be a mentor? If so, how or where do I sign up? Let's start with who's eligible to be a mentor. All firms eligible to submit bids or statements of interest through PennDOT's ECMS procurement process and that have a history of successful project delivery with PennDOT can serve as mentors for the PennDOT Mentor Protege program. As it relates to the consultant cohort, mentors may be experienced prime or sub-consultant firms registered as PennDOT business partners with an active qualifications package in PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, or ECMS. For the construction cohort, PennDOT business partners with active prime qualifications will be utilized to train DBEs with the intent to obtain additional pre-qualification work codes in PennDOT's Engineering Construction Management System, or ECMS. DBE mentors for both cohorts are welcomed and encouraged. Where do mentors sign up? Primary mentors will visit mppsurvey.com to complete the MPP questionnaire to get started. Once a mentor arrives at mppsurvey.com, they will see a link in the header that says, "Please click to complete the mentor questionnaire." Mentors need to click this link to be redirected to the mentor version of the MPP questionnaire. Once redirected, the page header will now say PennDOT MPP Prime Mentor Survey. The answers that you provide to the MPP questionnaire will automatically enroll you or your assigned point of contact into the PennDOT Mentor Protege program and will generate a welcome email that will provide access to MPP informational resources and further instructions on how to proceed with the program. Simply complete the questionnaire and click Submit once you're done to get started. Either you or your selected point of contact for the Mentor Protege program will receive a follow-up email with additional information about the program. Receipt of the MPP Mentor email is verification that you have successfully added yourself as a potential mentor to the program on behalf of your firm. Please note, each Prime Mentor Protege Agreement or MOU will be contract specific and will only be applicable upon award of a PennDOT project that has MPP training provisions associated with it. This means that until you and your selected protege have been awarded a project, you will be considered a potential mentor because mentoring cannot formally begin without an associated PennDOT project with MPP provisions on it. 3. Please explain the Mentor Protege Program cohorts. The PennDOT Mentor Protege Program is divided into 2 industry-specific cohorts. Those industry cohorts are defined as follows. 1. The Consultant Cohort, applicable to transportation, engineering, planning, environmental firms, etc., seeking to provide professional services to PennDOT on teams responding to PennDOT advertisements on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, or ECMS. 2. The Construction Contractor, or otherwise known as the Contractor Cohort, applicable to construction firms seeking to perform heavy civil construction work on PennDOT construction projects bid on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, or ECMS. MPP participation is currently designated to 1 cohort at a time. Mentors seeking to participate in both cohorts can contact us for further information. Based on the MPP questionnaire, both mentors and proteges will be automatically assigned to the applicable MPP cohort. Note, you can always determine which of the 2 cohorts that you have been placed in by the names of your MPP rooms on ProRank Academy. If you are in the consultant cohort, you will see the consultant's MPP room and the word consultant in the tier room title. If you're in the contractor cohort, you will see the contractor's MPP room and the word contractor in the tier room title. 4. Please explain the PennDOT Mentor Protege Program tiers. Each of the 2 Mentor Protege Program cohorts are separated into 4 tiers, which are determined by a protege status on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, or ECMS. Most proteges will begin the program in one of the first 3 tiers, 1, 2, or 3. The tiers of the PennDOT Mentor Protege Program are defined as follows. Tier 1. This tier is for all proteges not yet business partner registered on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, ECMS. The primary objective of Tier 1 is PennDOT Business Partner Registration. Upon achieving PennDOT Business Partner Registration on ECMS, the protege is moved to Tier 2. Tier 2. This tier is for all proteges that are business partner registered but are not actively qualified on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, ECMS. The primary objective of Tier 2 is to help Tier 2 consultants submit and/or renew their annual consultant qualification packages, and to help Tier 2 contractors submit their pre-qualification applications and/or renew their expired work classifications. Upon achieving PennDOT qualification, the protege is moved to Tier 3. Tier 3 is the tier for all proteges who are business partner registered, and actively qualified to work on PennDOT's engineering and construction management system projects. The primary objective of Tier 3 is to help proteges find prime mentors and to help them participate on PennDOT projects. Upon being notified of selection as a protege for an awarded prime mentor, the proteges will be moved to Tier 4. Note, underutilized proteges will remain in the Tier 3 room upon notice of project award by MPP mentors, as they will be eligible to participate on multiple MPP projects as the MPP protege simultaneously. Non-underutilized proteges will only be able to participate on one MPP project at a time as the MPP protege, and thus will be removed from their respective cohorts' Tier 3 room until completion of their protege participation on their current MPP project. Tier 4. This tier is for all proteges that have been selected to participate as a protege by an awarded prime on a mentor-protege project for PennDOT. The primary objective of Tier 4 is to track and assist awarded MPP proteges, as well as to ensure equitable distribution of MPP program opportunity. Upon successful completion of the MPP project, the protege will have successfully completed Tier 4. Completion of Tier 4 will be considered a successful completion of the PennDOT Mentor Protege program, and firms will be eligible to re-enter the program upon completion. Note, each successful completion of the PennDOT Mentor Protege program will be documented and applied to a corresponding selection prioritization factor that will be used to ensure equitable distribution of future MPP opportunities. Number 5, please explain the Mentor Protege Program Rooms, or MPP rooms, on ProRank Academy. The MPP rooms on ProRank Academy, or PRA, are how we organize all of the different stakeholders and resources for the Mentor Protege program by their respective cohorts and tiers. ProRankAcademy.com has various rooms that we use to organize content and connect relevant users. These virtual rooms, in addition to having members, documents, courses, and discussions, may also have their own subrooms. Subrooms can also have subrooms, and so on. Using this logic, there are 13 rooms on ProRank Academy for the Mentor Protege program in all. Now let's review how these rooms organize users and information by MPP cohort and tier, as well as the room nesting logic for subordinate rooms, or subrooms as we call them. The top level Mentor Protege program room, the PennDOT MPP room. This is the parent or top level room for all other PennDOT MPP program rooms. The other 12 MPP rooms are all subordinate rooms inside of the PennDOT MPP room. This room is not filtered by MPP cohort or by tier. All MPP stakeholders from all tiers may come here to network with one another. This room contains high-level MPP information that may be of value to all program participants or those that are seeking to learn more about the PennDOT Mentor Protege program. The remaining 12 MPP rooms are all cohort specific. They consist of 6 identical rooms that are mirrored for each of the 2 cohorts. All 12 rooms are hidden on ProRank Academy, which means that you need to be a member prior to being able to see or access these rooms on PRA. Let's take a look at the next level of PennDOT Mentor Protege rooms, the Level 2 MPP rooms. These rooms are the Consultant MPP room and the Contractors MPP room, or The cohort rooms, we call them, because they're the parent rooms of each of the two cohorts. We'll start with the consultant's MPP room. Directly subordinate to the PennDOT MPP program room is the consultant MPP room. This room shows all proteges within the consultant cohort across all tiers. This room provides access to resources that are applicable to all PennDOT consultants in the Mentor Protege program. All members of the consultant cohort, consultant proteges of all tiers, and mentors will have access to this room. Please note, although all proteges in this room will be in the consultant cohort, they will not all be Tier 3 proteges considered ready to work on PennDOT projects. Prime mentors need to be mindful of this if viewing proteges listed within the consultant's MPP room. All 4 consultant cohort tier rooms, as well as the underutilized consultants pool, are directly subordinate to the consultant's MPP room. And now the contractor's MPP room. The second subroom, directly subordinate to the PennDOT MPP program room, is the contractor's MPP room. This room shows all proteges within the contractor's cohort across all tiers. This room provides access to resources that are applicable to all PennDOT contractors in the PennDOT Mentor Protege program. All members of the contractor cohort, contractor proteges of all tiers, and mentors will have access to this room. Please note, although all proteges in this room will be in the contractor cohort, they will not all be Tier 3 proteges considered ready to work on PennDOT projects. Prime mentors need to be mindful of this if reviewing proteges listed within the contractor's MPP room. All 4 contractor cohort tier rooms, as well as the underutilized contractors pool, are directly subordinate to the contractor's MPP room. Now let's review the third level of MPP rooms. These rooms consist of all tier rooms 1 through 4 and the underutilized protege rooms for both cohorts. Directly subordinate to the respective second level MPP room for each cohort are the level 3 MPP subrooms that consist of 5 different rooms that are mirrored for each of the 2 cohorts. All 10 rooms are hidden on ProRank Academy, which means you need to be a member prior to being able to see or access these rooms on PRA. Let's take a look at the 5 different level 3 MPP subrooms. Tier 1 rooms, both for the consultant and contractor cohorts. These rooms are the start points for all MPP proteges who are not yet business partner registered on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, or ECMS. The primary objective of the Tier 1 rooms is to provide resources and information applicable to helping proteges achieve PennDOT Business Partner Registration. Upon achieving PennDOT Business Partner Registration, the protege is moved to their respective cohort's Tier 2 room on ProRank Academy. Note, because these firms are not yet ready to work on PennDOT projects, the Tier 1 rooms are not visible to MPP mentors. Tier 2 rooms for both the consultant and contractor cohorts. These rooms are the starting and returning point for all proteges that are business partner registered, that are not actively qualified, pre-qualified, or pre-qualified exempt on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, or ECMS. The primary objective of the Tier 2 rooms is to provide resources that will help Tier 2 consultants submit and or renew their annual qualifications packages, and to help Tier 2 contractors submit their pre-qualification applications and or renew their expired work classifications. Upon achieving PennDOT qualification, the protege is moved to their respective cohort's Tier 3 room on ProRank Academy, or PRA. Note, because these firms are not yet ready to work on PennDOT projects, the Tier 2 rooms are not visible to MPP Prime mentors on ProRank Academy. Tier 3 rooms, consultant and contractor cohorts. These rooms are the starting point for all proteges that are both business partner registered and that are actively qualified or pre-qualified, also known as ready to work on PennDOT's engineering and construction management system projects. Placement into the Tier 3 rooms is the primary objective of the first two tiers for both MPP cohorts. The primary objective of Tier 3 rooms is to help proteges and prime mentors network and pair with one another to participate on PennDOT MPP projects. Upon being notified of selection as a protege for an awarded prime mentor, the proteges will be moved to the Tier 4 room. The Tier 3 room for each respective cohort is where primes should go to find proteges that are ready to participate on MPP projects in ECMS. Note, because these firms are ready to work on PennDOT projects, these firms are visible to all MPP Prime mentors for their respective cohorts. Underutilized proteges will remain in the Tier 3 room upon notice of a project award by MPP mentors, as they will be eligible to participate on multiple MPP projects as the MPP protege simultaneously. Non-underutilized proteges will only be able to participate on one MPP project at a time as the MPP protege, and will thus be removed from their respective cohort's Tier 3 room until completion of their protege participation on their current MPP project. Tier 4 rooms, consultant and contractor cohorts. These rooms represent the final stage of the PennDOT Mentor Protege program. These rooms show all proteges who are currently participating as proteges on MPP projects for each cohort. The Tier 4 rooms will not be visible to mentors, as these proteges, unless they also appear in the Tier 3 room, are not currently eligible to participate on multiple MPP projects as proteges simultaneously. The primary objective of Tier 4 rooms is to monitor and assist awarded MPP proteges, as well as to ensure equitable distribution of MPP program opportunities. Upon successful completion of the MPP project, the protege will have successfully completed Tier 4. Completion of Tier 4 will be considered successful completion of the PennDOT Mentor Protege program, and firms will be eligible to re-enter the program again. Note, each successful completion of the MPP will be documented and applied to a corresponding selection prioritization factor that will be utilized to ensure equitable distribution of future MPP opportunities. Underutilized pools, consultant and contractor cohorts. These rooms are where all MPP underutilized proteges are shown according to their cohorts. All tiers of underutilized proteges are visible in the underutilized pools. Proteges that appear in the underutilized pool must also appear in the Tier 3 rooms prior to participation on PennDOT projects. Once the underutilized protege is in the Tier 3 room, they are able to participate on multiple MPP projects as the protege simultaneously. The purpose of the underutilized rooms is to provide additional marketing and to bring awareness to firms found to be underutilized according to the 2018 PennDOT disparity study. Note, because mentors are encouraged to work with underutilized firms whenever possible, these rooms are visible to all mentors for each respective cohort. A mentor must ensure that the underutilized protege that they want to use is also visible in the Tier 3 room for their respective cohorts prior to use on an MPP project. As a best practice, mentors are suggested to select an alternative protege for every MPP project that they seek to pursue. We recommend that at least one of those proteges, either the primary or the alternative protege, be a Tier 3 underutilized protege. This should eliminate, if not greatly reduce, the chance of your protege not being available due to unforeseen prior selection on another MPP project. Number 6, how do I view upcoming mentor-protege program projects before they are listed on ECMS? To view MPP project notices prior to their release on PennDOT's Engineering and Construction Management System, or ECMS, simply log in to ProRankAcademy.com and click on the Jobs and Projects main menu tab. Go to the keyword box and type in the letters MPP and then click the magnifying glass icon. All available MPP notices will be filtered from the Jobs and Projects list. Now select the MPP notice that you're interested in and click on the notice title to open and review that particular MPP notice. Note, primes cannot actually respond to MPP notices on ProRank Academy. They must wait for the project to be announced and respond to the Mentor Protege project on ECMS. If anyone has further questions about the PennDOT Mentor Protege program, don't hesitate to contact us at 833-736-6323. or 833-PENN-DBE. You can also send your PennDOT Mentor Protege program questions via email to mpp@prorankllc.com. That's mpp@prorankllc.com. Thanks for viewing, and we look forward to seeing you in the PennDOT Mentor Protege program.